There is a lot of cool history on 2B2T, and when I think of legendary bases on 2B2T, one of the first ones to come to mind is Space Valkyria 3. The Space Valkyria 3 was a large end base founded by JackTheRippa. It was built predominantly out of quartz, obsidian, and glass of various colors. The main core of the station is a round tower of various diameters containing small mimics of some biomes, as well as various crop farms and a room filled with paintings. It also contains a housing area, enchantment altar, and storage rooms. At the top of the tower there is a disc park, a great room with trees, grass, plants, and flowers. It was also formerly contained with pig spawners and player heads, including those of Pop Bob, Housemaster, Tristan, Cytotoxic T-Cell, and JackTheRippa. Centered around an end gateway, the main tower is surrounded by a gigantic torus of quartz and obsidian with various modules, 4 towers with elevators, and 4 observation towers. Inside the ring is a rainbow road made of stained glass. Beyond the torus, there are 5 levels of rings, mainly made of quartz and obsidian. On the rings and under them are a sparse placement of builds. Following the destruction of Space Valkyria 2 as a result of the third backdoor, JackTheRippa created a new base, which he titled Space Valkyria 3. He quickly invited Alpha Computer to contribute to the project. Initially, the two tried to mine all the materials for the base by hand, but the material list proved too lengthy to properly fill without a dupe. Fortunately, in November of that same year, the 1111 dupe was discovered. After the 1111 dupe was patched, the location was selected for the base, and Kinarana, Monoxide, Tithicus, Silver Crown King, and Xariar were also invited to the group. Before actual construction of the base began, Monoxide ran a potentially backdoor client at the planned base location. The group simply moved 1K away and started construction there instead. After moving to the new location, construction on the Space Valkyria began. It progressed for months without incident until a misalignment was noticed on the Rainbow Road torus, which wrapped around the central area of the base. JackTheRippa took a break from 2B2T for several months, and construction on the base halted. Upon returning, JackTheRippa was informed that Lane had gotten a screenshot of the base from Nuka, who had logged onto his friend Kinarana's account at the original location, and he had taken some screenshots. After quitting later, Nuka had given his whole screenshots folder to Lane. With this information in mind, JackTheRippa decided to relocate the group to Space Valkyria 3 version 2. This process was interrupted by the 2018 April Fool's temp map. Following the grief of Space Valkyria 3 version 2 in May of 2019, JackTheRippa and company returned to Space Valkyria 3, bringing Hamida Glock and XCC2 with them. They also brought donkeys with them that Nerds Inc. had missed in their grief of Space Valkyria 3 version 2, and used them to dupe more materials to continue building the base. Lane was added to the base near the end of 2019, and construction continued without incident up until of May 2020, when Dogonado happened onto location while en route to Space Valkyria 3 version 2. After posting various advertisements to sell the coordinates and spread information about the location of the base, he was confronted by Alpha Computer in-game and took down his postings about the base. The damage had already been done though, however, and it was decided to abandon the base. JackTheRippa temporarily moved to Space Valkyria 4 with a few of the Space Valkyria 3 members before going inactive on 2B2T and shifting to streaming but continued construction of the base in the Creo world in late 2020. Deciding it was only a matter of time before the base was found and grieved anyway, JackTheRippa revealed that the coordinates on the Creo world matched the location of the base on the real server. The base was later grieved on the 14th of February in 2021 by Amino Acid, Pyro, Dig and Builder, and Smid. JackTheRippa is a legend on 2B2T. I always loved hearing the interviews with him going over his memories of 2B2T. I joined right as the Russia War was ending, so I didn't get to see him in action. Although if you want to follow him, he has a YouTube channel where he continued his build of Space Valkyria on his channel, and it's progressed much further now. It's amazing to see what he's done since then, and I'll put a link for that in the description if you want to check him out. There was also a cool interview between JackTheRippa and the Digcast, which I'll also link in the description as well. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Until next time, take it easy.